Happy Friday, everybody. Dr. Peter Glidden here with you for the full 2 hours today, October 18th, 2013. Friday, October 18th, 2013. Welcome aboard to another live edition of Fire Your MD Now. Last night on the health webinar, Thursday night health webinars, part of my ongoing Thursday night health webinar series, for Dr. Glidden insiders only and their guests, we had 97 people. I think we actually maxed out the room because the room only allows us to have between 90 and 100 people, depending on the the parameters of the interwebs. On that particular evening, we maxed out the room again because so many people are sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. So many people are absolutely 100% super frustrated with conventional medicine and don't know what to do. And, you know, the only people that have physician-level training in science-based, clinically verified alternatives to drugs and surgery, which is where the term alternative medicine came from. I hate it, quite frankly. I don't practice alternative medicine. Saying that I practice alternative medicine automatically puts me in perspective as an underdog to the MDs, and I ain't gonna, homie, don't fly like that. Homie, don't play like that. We don't practice alternative medicine. We practice new-fashioned, science-based, clinically verified naturopathic medicine, and we are the standard bearers of this domain. We are the go-to people for all things alternative to MD therapeutics when it comes to science-based, clinically verified. Now, you can go on the Internet and do a Google search for high blood pressure cures and come up with 1,000 different things, ranging from the absurd to the ludicrous. Now, what we bring to the table is our science-based, clinically verified solutions to support and promote the structure and function, in this case, of the circulatory system, or of the bones and joints, or of the liver, or of the heart, or of the spleen. This is what we do because our entire foundation message is the human body has a built-in God-given ability to fix itself. Your body is so smart, it grew itself, all by itself, from a tiny single-celled organism into you. Now, we postulate, son of a gun, if it could do that, guess what? It also knows how to fix itself, and lo and behold, eureka, we hit the nail on the head right there, baby. The human body does have the ability to fix itself if you intervene in time. If you intervene in time. No different, really, than, you know, if your automobile had a slow leak in the oil pan, you didn't know it, and the engine's leaking oil and leaking oil and leaking oil and leaking oil, and finally the check engine light comes on because the oil pressure is in the basement. If you stop the car and pull over, fix the leak, and put the oil back in it, your life is good. But if you disregard the warning light, if you disregard the warning signs, if you disregard the oil pressure gauge on the dashboard, ultimately what's going to happen is the car is going to run completely out of oil, and the engine can only run for maybe 5, 10, 15 minutes on no oil, depending on how fast you're driving it. If that happens, the engine is going to seize. Once the engine seizes, you need a new engine, because there's nothing you can do to fix that. You can put all the oil in the world, all the oil in Saudi Arabia inside your automobile engine. Once it's seized, there ain't no going back. It's the same with the human body. We must intervene in time in order for medical nutrition to gain a foothold and to help your body bounce back. And there are varying degrees of bounce back ability. Sometimes we can offer 100% resolution of the problem. Sometimes 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, it depends. Too many variables to predict, but the fundamental supposition here is the nutritional supplementation that we provide, the nutritional supplements that we recommend, are mandatory and necessary for your body's health every single day. So it doesn't really matter from our point of view. I mean, from your point of view it matters, but from our point of view it's relatively irrelevant how far back your body is able to bounce, and nobody knows beforehand. Now, you need the nutrition every day. You need it. Your body needs it. Your body is hungry for it. Your body is thirsty for it. Your body is craving it every day. So we give it to the body. We stop eating food that's hurting the body. We increase your intake of antioxidants. We get the heck out of the way and keep our fingers crossed and see how far back your body bounces. Now, moving forward, it's always better to move through the minefield of life with a body that's as nutrified as is humanly possible. So even if your blood pressure is only able to get 50% better, which is rare, most of the time it's 100% improvement. You're much better off than you were before you started the nutrient program, and because this is a holistic methodology, everything's connected. And remember, we don't treat disease. We don't treat blood pressure. We don't treat our arthritis. We support and promote the body's ability to optimize its structure and function. So, sky's the limit. So you come to see us for a blood pressure issue. You get on board with a medical nutrition program to support and promote your circulation, the health and structure and function of your circulatory system. And into the bargain, as the blood pressure numbers start to resolve, guess what? Your mood, your sleep, your energy, your appetite, your sex drive, digestion, urination, energy, your recovery time during physical workout, everything improves because everything is connected. And this is the undiscovered country of science-based, clinically verified medical nutrition. This is what allows us to move forward because we get results in a remarkable, across-the-board, holistic manner. You can't not do that. I mean, if you give a tomato plant fertilizer correctly and give it, adequate water and adequate sunlight and maintain a proper growing temperature, is it just the tomato that's going to get red and juicy and plumpy? No. The vines are going to get better, the roots are going to get better, the leaves are going to get better, the color is going to be deeper and richer. Everything about the plant is going to improve because everything is connected. And this is the ideology that we bring to the table, which you are sorely needing. Because you have been convinced by 100 years of MD-directed medical monopolization of the market that your body is a machine and that nothing is connected. Your body doesn't have the ability to fix itself. And so when you're in the weeds, when you're up against a health concern, you need a different medicine for each condition. You need one medicine for the blood pressure, one medicine for the anxiety, one medicine for the heartburn, one medicine for the insomnia, one medicine for the fibromyalgia, one medicine for the arthritic pain, one medicine to fall asleep, and one medicine to wake up. This is the ideation and the reality road that MD-directed medicine has convinced everybody to walk down, and we are all walking down it to our doom, dismay, and demise. Listen, if you're bleeding to death, if you're, if you've been skiing and got a triple compound fraction of your right tibia, heaven forbid, if you're playing soccer and snap your median ligament in your knee in two, if you're wounded on the field of battle in Afghanistan, heaven forbid, then the MDs are just the people for the job, just the dog for the hunt. That's their domain. But for chronic illness, they have nothing for you. We have everything for you, but the MDs don't want you to know about us. The pharmaceutical industry doesn't want you to know about us. We've been trying to get the state of Illinois licensed to regulate and supervise the practice of naturopathic medicine for 10 years. No success. We've been trying to get Massachusetts licensed for naturopathic medicine for 25 years. No success. There are currently only 16 states in the United States which regulate and license the practice of naturopathic medicine. Only 16. This is unbelievable because the MDs don't want you to know about us, because if you did know about us, they would be out of a job. It amounts to, nothing less than manipulation of the medical market. It's racketeering, as far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned, the American Medical Association should be tried in court for racketeering, because they have gone out of their way to corner the medical market and to make everybody else, keep everybody else out of the game. The American Medical Association was found guilty in the mid-'80s of promoting a 10-year slander campaign against the chiropractors. They were ordered by a federal judge to pay the Chiropractic Association of the United States $25 million in damages, which to the American Medical Association is a drop in the freaking bucket. Every time we bring our case before a new state legislature to say, hey, listen, here we are. We're licensed naturopathic physicians. We graduated from fully accredited medical schools, accredited by the United States Department of Education. We're licensed right next door in the state right next door to you. We're licensed in Minnesota. Hey, we want to do the same thing in Illinois. We want to give the Illinois citizens access to science-based, clinically verified alternatives to drugs and surgery. Wouldn't that be a good idea? Well, the AMA drags out their dog and pony show every time we do this, and they say, oh, no, 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 no. Don't license these quacks. They have substandard training and offer dangerous therapeutics. Meanwhile, their therapeutics are the leading cause of death and bankruptcy in the United States. It's George Orwell all over again. It's 1984 all over again. It's like 1984 Groundhog Day. Every day it's the same BS. And this is why longevity exists. Because rather than try to move through the political arena, we're doing an end around that strategy. We're developing a grassroots coalition of the informed, a grassroots army of wise individuals who have heard our message of science-based, clinically verified health recovery through medical nutrition and have taken it upon themselves to try it, experienced and realized success and positive change in their own bodies, and then tell everybody in their family about it, because healing is easy. Everybody needs to know what we know. Nobody knows what we know, and rather than convince state legislatures to let us into the game, we're not going to give a crap about what they say. We're doing an end around. Education, 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 and salvation. Going to California to talk to Anita when we come back. I'm Dr. Peter Glidden. Stick around. Welcome back, everybody. Dr. Peter Glidden here, your steadfast advocate for health, reminding you that only you can prevent allopathic reductionism. All you need to do is say no. Just stop going to the MD, because they have little for you, if not nothing for you, besides misinformation, expensive therapeutics that don't fix a darn thing, and symptom suppression, symptom suppression, symptom suppression, and then death. For goodness sake, it's all time we snapped out of it. You know, took a look around and moved on down the road in a smart, intelligent fashion. Consider me the red pill. It's time we all snapped out of the matrix. Let's go to California, talk to Anita, see what she's up to. Hey, Anita, thanks for calling. You are live.
Yes, hi, doctor. Thanks for taking my call. I've been on dialysis for 16 years, and recently I've had problems with my eye. One of my eyes, I have this huge, like, floater, and I went to the doctor, and they said that I have retina vein occlusion in that eye. Yeah. And what they want to do for me is they want to, and I was like, absolutely not. You're not going to do that. They want to inject some kind of, I don't know, something in my eye. And they gave me a form which looked like a legal document, which had everything that they said that was going to happen to my eye, that they're not going to be liable for any. I thought that was just crazy. I had to walk out of there. But anyways, yeah, I have that problem, and they said that the only way I could get rid of it is if I get that injection. The other problem that I have...
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, the other problem that I recently got from my dialysis doctor is that my iron levels are low, so he's going to start putting me on some kind of iron. So I wanted to see if maybe longevity has something that I could take on that. But that's really my major problem right now. Is my concern is about my eye that I need to get resolved.
Well, from our point of view, Anita, and I'm with you 100%, everything connects, right? Everything's connected. So we can't help you with your eye unless we help you with your kidneys, unless we help you with your liver and your lungs and your heart and everything, because everything's connected. And, you know, this is ridiculous, isn't it, that, you know, you go to the MD. Number one, they tell you that it's the only treatment option that you have. This is a lie. They should be, you know, thrown in jail for saying that. What they should have said is, this is the only treatment that we are trained in for this particular condition. Now, that would be the truth. But to say that this is the only treatment available for this particular condition is, in fact, a lie, because they don't know what Ayurvedic medicine has for this. They don't know what homeopathic medicine has for this. They don't know what naturopathic medicine has for this. And they're so completely full of themselves with hubris, which is legendary, that they actually believe that unless they were taught it in medical school, it's just not a valid treatment. And this is the problem that we have with the education and the edification of medical doctors in this country, because they are completely full of themselves. They give false, misleading information all of the time, and nobody holds their feet to the fire, and nobody will hold their feet to the fire because they own the show. They drive the bus, and they can do whatever the hell they want. One more reason to fire your medical doctor. I mean, it's nonsense. Oh, yeah, I'll sign a waiver that says you can blind me with your treatment, no problem.
Yeah, that's
right. The fact that they would even deign to offer you a treatment, the side effect of which might be blindness, and then sleep soundly at night, I mean, that speaks volumes to the type of human beings that they are, and to the type of, you know, just a lack of humanity that they have in face of human suffering. I mean, it's legendary, the hubris of the MD. Now,
yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Now, listen, we're going to get into some gray areas here, right? We cannot treat kidney disease. We don't treat kidney disease. And I've seen lots of people on dialysis who do medical nutrition, and then they can stop dialysis because the kidney function optimizes. I've seen lots of people come off of kidney dialysis, and I need to make it very clear that our treatments don't treat kidney disease. What our strategies do is give the human body nutritional support to optimize the function of the kidneys. Now, if we get lucky, and like I was talking about in the monologue, if the engine hasn't seized, if there's still room for healing, once you get on board with a science-based, clinically verified medical nutrition program to support and promote the structure and function of the kidneys, you might be surprised what happens. Either way, you can't lose, because your body needs the nutrition anyway. We're up against the hard break. Anita, stick with me through the break, and when we come back, I'll dial in a really good program here for you to support and promote the structure and function of your body. We'll keep our fingers crossed, and we'll see what happens. Stick around, folks. Today is October 18th, and I am Dr. Peter Glidden. Dr. Peter Glidden here, your steadfast advocate for health, pulling back the curtain on Machiavellian, mediocre, MD-directed medical treatments, encouraging you to try something different. I mean, like Dr. Phil says, right, how's that working for you? How's conventional medicine working for you? Are you happy? Are you getting enough bang for your buck from your monthly medical insurance payment? I mean, how much you spend in a month to gain access to the office of these knuckleheads who provide substandard, old-fashioned, outdated, archaic therapeutics that aren't designed to fix anything, just designed to manage your symptoms, which are the leading cause of death and the leading cause of bankruptcy in the United States. How's that working for you? Why on earth would you do that? I'll tell you why on earth you do it, because you don't know that there's any other way. And the only reason you don't know that there's any other way is because the pharmaceutical industry and the MDs don't want you to know about me. And they don't want you to know about my colleagues. They don't want you to know about it. They don't want you to have access to it, which is why this radio show exists, which is why the Longevity Company exists, because we are bringing foundation health recovery, science-based, clinically verified health recovery, foundation, medical nutrition strategies to the masses. It's not one size fits all, because it's based on your body weight. So give our solutions a try for 90 days and see how you feel. You will be amazed. We're talking to Anita from California about a number of health issues. Hey, Anita, are you still with me?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, thanks very much. So what's your current body weight, Anita?
120.
Oh, this is going to be easy. All right, so here's our recommendation for 6 months. Now, I say 6 months because most times the recommendation is for 3 months, 90 days, but because you've been on dialysis for such a long time, I think it's going to take a little bit longer for your system to recover in a remarkable sense. However, I could be wrong. I've seen people under 150 pounds recover, experience remarkable positive changes in some aspect of their body-mind within 14 days, 2 weeks. So I'm going to recommend that you try the program. You commit to it for 6 months before you give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. But inside the 6-month program, you should see specific and measurable, noticeable change every couple of weeks. Now, it might take 3 months for there to be improvement in the dialysis numbers. It might take 3 weeks. I don't know. But once we get improvement somewhere, we just continue to ride this horse as far as it's going to take us. And like I said, I don't know the ability of, I don't know how far gone your kidneys are. Your medical doctor doesn't know how far gone the kidneys are. The only person that knows that is God, and so we just have to give the body the stuff it needs, keep our fingers crossed, and see what happens. Now, this will parlay into your eye health as well, because from our point of view, it's the same physiological mechanism which is messing up your eye, which messed up the kidney. It's just coming out in a different part of your body now. It's probably also affecting many different areas of the body, so you shouldn't really consider this, Anita, a kidney treatment or an eye treatment. You should consider it a comprehensive, Anita, medical nutrition overhaul, all right? And as you go down the road, you want to look to see what happens to the floater in the eye and the stability of, the physiology of the eye, as well as what happens to the dialysis numbers, and just generally speaking, how you feel. So from our point of view, the causative factor for both of these illnesses in your body is something called oxidative stress, oxidative damage. Oxidative damage is caused by the presence in your body of a group of biochemicals called free radicals. When free radicals enter the body, they destroy tissue. When free radicals enter the body, they destroy tissue. They can also cause cancer. Free radicals are around us all the time. They're impossible to avoid. However, there are 10 foods which carry the lion's share of free radicals inside of them. And so we counsel you and everybody else to stop eating these 10 foods, because one of the net negative things about these 10 foods is they contain high amounts of free radicals. So that's not a good idea. So you can get the list of the 10 bad foods by going to my website, fireyourmdnow.com. As soon as you log on to the website, a little box pops up that says, would you like to join Dr. Glidden's free newsletter? And give us your email and click on yes. And we keep the emails in the house. We don't sell them. We don't do any of that nonsense. And as soon as you sign up for the free newsletter, you're directed to a page on the website that has the list of the 10 bad foods and a little video explanation of why. So, number one, you have to identify the 10 bad foods and eliminate them from your diet completely. Just 100% elimination of these foods starting tomorrow, or starting this afternoon, for goodness sake. You're in California. Number two, the recommendation for your monthly nutritional supplement program at 35 pounds?
120.
120, okay, would be 1 anti-aging healthy start pack, 1 anti-aging healthy start pack, 3 bottles of selenium, 1 bottle of plant-derived minerals, 1 bottle of plant-derived minerals, and 1 bottle of Ultimate Daily Capsules, 1 bottle of Ultimate Daily Capsules a month. That's what you need to do every month, and I would start, with a 3-month program, and if you see results inside of 90 days, I would just ride this horse. It might take 6 months for the kidney values to come around and improve. It might take 3 weeks, I don't know. But you just have to start somewhere and see how it goes and modify and tweak the program if we need to, going downstream. Now, there's one other thing that you would benefit from, Anita. Antioxidants neutralize free radical damage. Antioxidants neutralize free radical damage. So you would benefit from eating and drinking stuff that is high in antioxidants. So do a Google search in your spare time of the ORAC, ORAC value of foods. ORAC, O-R-A-C, is an acronym given to antioxidants. And your goal for daily consumption would be 50,000 ORAC points of antioxidants a day. 50,000 ORAC points of antioxidants a day. Now, by doing the program that I just outlined for you, you will be getting 16,000 ORAC points of antioxidants a day. So you need to get 34,000 or more ORAC points of antioxidants into your body every day. 34,000 ORAC points of antioxidants. So by switching from coffee to green tea, you get more antioxidants. By adding cinnamon and curry powder and cayenne pepper into your diet, you get more antioxidants. Switching from bananas to blueberries or raspberries, you get more antioxidants. Eating walnuts, you get more antioxidants. Longevity also has a chocolate. It's called Triple Treat Chocolate. One piece of Triple Treat Chocolate gives you 17,000 ORAC points of antioxidants, more or less. 17,000 ORAC points. And it's chocolate, for goodness sake. So depending on what your monthly budget is, you can fulfill the 50,000 ORAC point antioxidant goal just through supplementation, and you don't have to worry about drinking green tea or cinnamon or curry powder or any of that stuff. And if you really want to maximize your intake of antioxidants, which I would advise you to do, you have to educate yourself a little bit about what's going on there and start to consume foods that are higher in antioxidants than their alternatives. So, you know, and it's a pain in the neck for the first 4 weeks because you have to stop eating 10 foods. You have to figure out how to do that. It's not hard to do. You have to figure out which foods are higher in antioxidants. It's a pain in the neck, but it's not hard to do. For goodness sake, if you can pass the driver's license test, you can figure all of this stuff out easily. So, you know, starting on about the 3rd or the 4th or the 5th week, this will all be easy, breezy, lemon squeezy for you because you will have gotten used to it and you will have crested the learning curve. So change your diet, have an eye towards more antioxidant intake in your body, take the nutritional supplements every day like your life depended on it, because from our point of view it does, and look for specific and measurable noticeable improvement with time, you know, and this is an across-the-board thing. So in addition to paying attention to the floaters in your eye and your kidney function, look to see how the program affects your mood and your energy and your appetite and your sleep and everything across the board. And this is how we do it. We, you know, give the body the stuff it needs, stop eating stuff that's hurting the body, and get out of the way and see how far back the body bounces. You should look to see specific and measurable noticeable change within 14 days. Once you get a little bit of, you know, traction with the program, then it's just a matter of time until your body comes around to the ability that it is able to. Does all that make sense, Anita?
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
Okay, so listen, get in touch with the how'd you find out about this show anyway?
How did I find out? Well, I was introduced to Dead Doctors Don't Lie, and then, and Alex Jones.
Oh, okay. So here's what I'd like you to do. Dial this number, 855-347-3696, 855-347-3696. And someone from my team will answer that phone, and they will be able to get you on board with this program at the wholesale price. Because if you just go to the Internet and try to buy the longevity products as a customer, a retail customer, you'll be charged a whack. But if you go through a distributor, then you'll be charged the wholesale price, and the distributors will be able to hold your hand and, you know, help you figure out how to take the stuff and give you a little bit of support. So 855-347-3696. Talk to someone on Team Glidden, and they will help you to dial this in as much as you would like to be helped. All right, Anita, thanks very much. Give us a call back in a couple of weeks with a report. I'll look forward to it. Thank you for your trust and your time. Going from California to Arizona now to talk to Christina. Hey, Christina, thanks for the phone call. You are live.
Hi. So I actually take longevity, and so I kind of have all of that good background there. But my grandmother, she just turned 81. She's kind of in this critical state where all of a sudden now, because she's been on so many medications for so long and she's had so many problems for so long, all of a sudden she can't pee. And any day now she might have to go to the hospital, and that freaks me out because old people in hospitals is like an infection waiting to happen. So I want to rush down to where she is in California and help her talk to someone. We just need something a little bit faster than I've got supplements to give her, but I feel like we need something faster than that. So I'm wondering if there's a number where we could call you and she could be your patient over the phone, or if you know someone that you trust, or if you want to know a little bit about some of the medication she's on now and you can give an opinion there. Maybe she can get off some of it. I don't know. Yeah,
these are all very loaded questions and very interesting questions, Christina, and we're up against a hard break. So I do have some advice for you. So if you can stick around for a couple more minutes, when we come back from the break, I'll dial this in for you to the best of my ability. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dr. Peter Glidden. Today is the 18th day of October, 2013, and you are listening to another live edition of Fire Your MD Now. Stick around. Welcome back, everybody. Dr. Peter Glidden here, your steadfast advocate for health, talking to Christina in Arizona. Christina, are you still with me?
Yes, I am.
All right. Well, this gets into a sticky wicket. Number one, there are no other naturopathic physicians practicing in Arizona that know what we know and that bring our skill set to the table. So if I was to hook you up with a naturopathic doctor, which is naturopathic medicine is licensed in Arizona. Where does your grandmother live, by the way, in California?
Yeah, she lives in Southern California.
Well, naturopathic medicine is licensed in Southern California as well, but I'm not aware of anybody down there that does what we do. So this is a problem because what we do is better than what naturopathic doctors are trained in naturopathic medical school. I know because I've been a licensed naturopathic physician for 21 years now. I know what I was trained in. I know what they're trained in. I know what I do now. I know how effective the stuff I used to do it was and how effective the stuff that I now do is. And I'm very excited about what we do now because it's way more effective than anything that I've ever seen clinically. So if I was to recommend you see a naturopathic physician in California for your grandmother, they wouldn't be able to tell you what we know. So that's kind of a non-starter. The only way that I work professionally with patients now is if they commit to a 13-week program. It's, it's $7,500. It's a very comprehensive program with blood work before and after and stool analysis and 7 visits over the course of 13 weeks. And it's a comprehensive health overall, and it's $7,550. I don't think she's going to be into that. So really the only thing that we can recommend that you do is deliver to her a boilerplate, foundation, medical nutrition, therapeutics, which is what we bring to the table, because as God is my witness, the stuff that I recommend is going to be better than any private consultation you could get with any naturopathic physician. And I know that that's a difficult concept to wrap your mind around. But from our point of view, it's true. It's a very, very good place to start. So you don't know how much she weighs, do you?
Oh, man. She probably, she's at least 200 pounds. I'm
at least 300?
Or close to. 200.
200. All right. Well,
I think
go ahead.
Yeah, I think about 200.
Yeah. So the recommendation really for someone like her to start, it would be 2 healthy start packs, 4 bottles of selenium, 2 bottles of plant minerals a month. 2 healthy start packs, 4 bottles of selenium, and 2 bottles of plant-derived minerals a month. That's a very good place for her to start, plus eliminate the 10 bad foods. There's one other thing that she can do, would be the Super KB, 1 bottle of Super KB a month. That's an herbal preparation to support and promote the structure and function of the kidneys and the bladder. So, you know, our basic position here, Christina, is that the human body has the ability to fix itself, and the reason that things go south is because the body has run out of the essential nutrients, the raw materials that it needs to maintain and optimize its health. So, in the case of a complicated thing, you know, like someone who's 80 years old and they've been suffering their whole life and they've been just doing whatever the heck they want, now their body is starting to break down. Actually, her body was breaking down 40, 50 years ago, slowly. So it's kind of like we're sailing into a harbor where there's a ton of fog and we have no idea where we're going. So a good solution is to throw the anchor overboard and wait till the fog burns off. So a good place for her to start her health recovery comeback program would be with Foundation Medical Nutrition. So, you know, what I would recommend for the first 90 days is the program that I just recommended, plus eliminate the 10 bad foods, because a comprehensive Foundation Medical Nutrition program will burn away the fog. It will help her body to improve its function to the degree that it's able to improve it. And then 90 days from now, we'll have a better idea of what we need to focus on. Oh, maybe the liver needs a little more help. Or, oh, maybe we do need to give a little more help to connective tissue or the kidneys or the circulatory system. Well, I don't know. Your medical doctor certainly doesn't know. So even though it sounds like a brand new idea, and what the heck, it's not an individualized treatment, this is the best way to go. Foundation Holistic Comprehensive Medical Nutrition is, I believe, your grandmother's best way to do it. And, you know, getting her to take it, well, that's another problem entirely. Have her call me up on the radio show, and I'll give her a talking to. We're out of time, Christina. Thanks for the phone call. Coming back with a second hour, folks. Stick around.